Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. Welcome to DoomaggettiIELTS.com, IELTS Speaking Part 1. And today's topic is science. This is one of the recent questions or current questions for Speaking Part 1. So, as we can see, we have some children looking at a test tube and with some chemicals or something like that in a classroom. And we have some other symbols, test tubes, a magnet, atoms, electricity, various things. So these are our science images. So today's questions are, do you like science classes? What kind of science classes did you have at school? Did you have science classes at primary school or only in high school? Do you think science classes are important? So these are our questions. Vocabulary relating to science classes. To be really into, a real turn off. So there's a mixture here of verbs, idioms, nouns, expressions, etc. that have been used that are used in many of the answers. So stop the video, look at these expressions and general vocabulary, and they are incorporated into the answers, but make sure you understand how to use them before you practice answering, and make sure that when you answer questions that you practice incorporating these into your answers. Okay, our first question. And for those of you who don't know, I give a choice of several answers to each question. Some suit some people, while others suit other people. So I give a range, positive to negative. And for any of you who have been told that negative answers are not good, that is a myth, because what the examiner wants to hear is a real answer, not a favourable answer. So many people answer no to questions because they either don't like something, they don't do something, or whatever. So for those of you who've heard that, and I have had students ask me this question, that should I give a positive answer all the time? No, you shouldn't. You should give an honest answer, or an answer that's more in keeping with what you believe. So it doesn't make any difference whether your answers are positive or negative. What the examiner is doing is checking your English, not your truthfulness. Okay, so now that's out of the way. I give a range of answers, and for each one, I choose one and answer it. Of course, when you're reviewing this, you stop the video, you look at all the different answers, and underneath there is a legend. So the things that are underlined, you will see the meanings of them. Okay, so let's do the first one. Do you like science classes? I love them. I'm really keen on knowing how things work and how living things function. I have always had this curiosity. Science is all around us. So for me, it seems natural to want to know how things work. What kind of science classes did you have at school? Again, we have our choice. I will choose mainly. Mainly, oh, that should be a comma, not a full stop. Mainly physics and chemistry. This was due to the fact that I went to an all-boys school, and it was thought that these subjects were more suited to boys, as they would often go into engineering or scientific types of jobs in the future. Did you have science classes at primary school or only in high school? Let's do the last answer. At both primary and high school. At primary, it was more simplistic and a kind of introduced us to the subjects, whereas in high school we studied them full on. As older students, we understood them more. Do you think science is important? Let's see, let's do the first one. Very much so. For me, it is part and parcel of life. It surrounds us daily, and we could not survive without it. So I believe it's vital to learn at least something about it. We don't need to learn everything, but we need to at least understand it. Okay, this is the end of the lesson. Again, spend time practicing your answers. If you want to use these answers that are in this video, feel free, but just make sure you practice them. If you want to adjust them slightly to suit yourself, that's also fine. And remember, practice the fluency and pronunciation are more important than the grammar and vocabulary. Yes, ensure that the grammar and vocabulary are correct, but this is not the main focus. So please share, subscribe, and like, dislike, comment. We only know if these videos are good or bad if you comment. If you don't comment, we have no idea if we're helping you or if we're not helping you. So if there's something you dislike, please tell us so we can change it. If you like the videos, that helps us, so we'll obviously produce a lot more. And if there's something that you would like, please comment. Click the notification bell so you will know when we release new videos. And there is our website, doomaggettyielts.com, and we also have a free IELTS course and grammar course site. You can register for this. There's a 10-hour and 12-hour, 10-hour and 20-hour IELTS course. And there is also a grammar course, which I suggest you do first, because it's IELTS based grammar course. So it goes through a lot of the grammar that you'll encounter in the exam. And also some Tagalog references, because this site is primarily for Filipino students, but anyone can use it. So those of you who are not Filipino, you will see some references to Tagalog, but that is because the site in Dumaguete, which is in the Philippines, and I live in the Philippines, of course. So there will be references to Tagalog, but those of you who are not Filipino, you can just ignore them. But it shouldn't affect you anyway. It doesn't affect this course, so it's just extra information. So people can, Filipino students can see the differences in English and Tagalog. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope it's useful. And as I said before, click the notification bell and I will see you in the next video.